Welcome back to video 3 of trying to fix my truck. Today we're going to tackle some cooling issues, some transmission maintenance, and I think that should be it. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to try to tackle here is the water pump.
Okay, now that I have all the 4 boots loose, all 4 nuts loose? 4 bolts, all 4 bolts loose. this is actually kind of hard. I'm gonna set you right here. I'm basically going to take the fan off first, just because the shroud won't come off without it being out. I like to keep the bolts in just so that I don't have to worry about it, and then set it down somewhere safe. And then now you can move the upper coolant hose out the way and gently pull it out. You don't want to damage the radiator. I actually just replaced mine, which is, I don't know why my water pump is leaking after I just did it, but you know, it's old trucks. You fix one thing, another one breaks. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you can just manhandle this off. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, we're gonna need to tension the belt. All right, get yourself a 16, and we're gonna have to take this belt off. Well, not fully off, but at least tension it a little bit, just so I can slip it off. Now, you might want to take a picture before you do that, because I know how the belt should be. Now you can take this thingy off. Ta-da! I'm gonna go put that over there too. Okay, now I need to take all the hoses off. This is not gonna be fun. I'd say a good first step is to probably drain the coolant. Now mine is right here. Okay, that works. Let me go get my pan. Okay, I got my pan. I'm gonna put it right underneath there. Hopefully it doesn't spill everywhere. That's not good. Oh, okay. Figured it out. You gotta take the cap off. This is a pressurized system, so you gotta take the cap off. This is gonna take so long.
So then I used this really cool thing called my brain, and I just put a funnel right in the edge there, and I just started working on all the hoses and tried taking it off.
We did get it off here. I'm gonna clean it. It looks pretty clean already. I did regasket this about 3 months ago when I was trying to do the timing. I didn't really care about going back and actually replacing parts, but this is what you get when you don't care. Yeah. So it was weep holing down at the bottom right here. So it was leaking everywhere, and this was also leaking everywhere. So gonna replace that and put that in the old box, get my core back. And here is the brand new one. This thing looks so shiny. Look at that. I'm probably gonna have to take these bolts off and re-RTV it, because that does not look like there's any RTV in between there. There's a gasket. Do I need RTV? There's a gap? No clue. Anyway, brand new. Let's get this bad boy on.
So if you've ever used RTV, it's like a cool magic black paste that just stops leaks or prevents leaks from happening between mating surfaces. So I just decided to basically put that everywhere it could be. And I still haven't had any leaks yet. This is post-editing or pre-editing or whatever. Ryan hasn't leaked yet.
But yeah, I got my fan on, shroud back on. I have not filled it up with coolant simply because I want to let the RTV set overnight, just for the best chances of it not leaking still. Some people say give it 30 minutes, give it an hour. I might honestly just give it like a couple of hours, because where's my phone? I did this at I did that at 6, so it's already been an hour. I might give it till like 9, that's 3 hours, or 10. Put some coolant in this. I'm just gonna reuse coolant because I'm broke. I only have 1 bottle. I realized I probably should have bought 2, but yeah. And how I'll be doing this is I have new coolant that pretty sure you just gotta mix it 50-50. Concentrated, please add water. But anyways, I put the coolant in, I put the water in, and then I put old coolant in because that's like 3 days old coolant. And then, yeah, run it.
Story time. So basically, I put the coolant in, I started the truck up, truck stalled. I was like, why is this happening? I started it again, and it stalled again, and I was like, bro. And then it started leaking through like the heater core hoses, and I was super confused. And then I figured out that I needed a thermostat. But I only figured that out like a week or 2 later, just because I was really done with messing with it. And I was kind of disappointed. I thought it was a worse issue than it actually was. So yeah, now I got to do the thermostat.
Welcome back. It is about a month later. I have been putting off working on my truck just because I don't really like working on something when it's not really promising of working back. But I was starting to overheat after I replaced the radiator and I replaced the water pump. I don't think I bled it properly. Started to overheat. I had the wrong pressure PSI radiator cap. It was 19 when it's supposed to be 13. So I think that blew one of my seals, probably the rear intake seal. I'm hoping it is just the thermostat because I don't feel any hot air when it's circulating, or hot coolant when it's circulating on the top hose. And a new water pump and a new thermostat is just something good to do. So yeah, I'm working on the thermostat. I tried doing it and then I put it in the wrong way and it didn't fit, so it started leaking and it's a mess. So time lapse of me fixing it.
Hey, it's me again. So basically, I put the thermostat in backwards, and also just tried reusing the same housing. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that. So after being smart, I got a new thermostat housing, and I put the thermostat in the right way, and then it worked. That took me about 2 days to figure out. Hey, now here's a cool video of me putting the, what is it, the thermostat? Yeah, look at me go. And then you actually put it in, and then I put the housing in. That's the right way to do it. And then now I'm tightening up hoses and putting coolant in.
All right, so I got the thermostat in. It was a pain in the butt. I put it in again and it leaked again. So I figured I'd put some RTV on the thermostat, stick it in the hole, and then put the housing in so the thermostat can't slip. And so I got both these on. I was blowing in here. If you saw this on the time lapse. Oh shit, am I recording? I am. All right, cool. I was blowing in the radiator to see if it was gonna leak from the housing again. So far it has not, so I filled it up most of the way. You can see there's coolant right there. So I'm kind of just squeezing this as like an initial bleeding method. I'm gonna turn it on in a sec, which I'm scared to do because I haven't had good luck with bleeding yet. But yeah, gonna do that.
Now this was the first time that I bled it and something else didn't break on the truck, so if you can see, I'm looking everywhere just because I was super nervous.
All right, so far so good. There's been a lot of bubbles coming out. I topped it up. Still more bubbles coming out, so I'm gonna just let it go until I feel comfortable with it. I thought it was steaming over here because it was leaking, but I just have an exhaust leak on the manifold. Yeah, it is surprisingly going well. I dried everything off with my Tornador just so I wouldn't think anyone thinks leaking if it's not. So everything should be dry. Just keep on squeezing this top hose. Watch some bubbles come out. I don't really know how I'm going to transfer all this coolant into the coolant catcher thing because I don't have like an actual thing. But if you come inside, I turn my heat all the way up. It is actually really hot in here now, so I think I should be good, which is pretty cool, seeing as this truck hasn't ran in 3 months. Shit, yeah, it's leaking a lot. Well, not leaking, but it's really drippy. And I know I don't have a head gasket breach because this isn't white smoke, so that's pretty cool. It is a bit rich though. Yeah, I'm kind of just taking it cautiously, very cautiously.
After that, my GoPro died because my batteries keep on dying. GoPro, please sponsor me. And I need to buy new batteries. But since I got the engine working, I figured I should start working on the transmission.
All right, it is warm out, got an eye patch on. Time to work on the transmission. So I got the pan off and just looking at it, there's a, where is it? Right, where's the pan? The pan's over there. There's a big magnet to collect some metal. which is pretty cool. It means the previous owner knew a little bit of what he was doing, at least one of the 9 owners. Yeah, there's that. And also, they indented the filter so that even if the pan is crushed a little, the transmission fluid would still come in. So people who know ball do that. So I'm gonna have to do that to mine too. But yeah, I got my little sheet over here, and I already took those off, so I need to take these off because I heard all of these were like different lengths and like annoying. But let's get to it. Alright, so I got the filter here. I checked it out and it was like a genuine Ford part, so this has never been replaced before, which makes me kind of not want to replace it because it's like actual Ford, and the one that I got like is an actual Ford, but I already spent money on the new part, so bummer. But it doesn't look like there's too many metallic particles in here. Let me drop some. And then this is the magnet that the previous owner put in, and there's just paste of this metal stuff, so gonna clean that off. Yeah, look at all that. Ew. I should probably empty the rest of this out. Dang. But yeah, I gotta clean this, re-dimple it, and then put it back on. I think I want to spray paint it too, so I'll do that. It's up there and it's done. All right, my freaking GoPro battery is bum, but in case I didn't record it, I got the pan, I spray painted it 3 times, looks pretty good. It's black now. Filled it up with 5 quarts, and then I took the dipstick in and out again, just cause it's really hard to read the dipstick. Started smoking from all the ATF I accidentally dripped on the exhaust, which there's a puller right there from that. But other than that, I shipped it through all the gears and it felt okay. I'm kind of disappointed. This is my belt button and it just really messed up my paint, which isn't cool. But yeah, I won't be wearing jeans when I'm working on my truck now. So now I just hopefully am able to drive it. If this still needs more and it's shifting weird, I got everything I need to do that. But now I just gotta take it back to my grandma's. Okay, I'm kind of scared, but I don't know if it's gonna like shift smoother or if I just made it worse. Because I heard it was gonna make it worse, but let's see. Oh. I'm either in first gear, or that was the 2 smoothest shifts I've ever seen in this truck. That was kind of cool. I hope I'm in 3rd gear. I can't tell anymore. That was too smooth. Or I'm just in 1st gear. I mean, that should be good, right? Because that transmission fluid was like dark. And there was low-key a lot of metal around the, like not metal, like shards, but like just goop around that magnet. So I feel kind of good after doing that. I mean, the transmission fluid was like really dark. At first, like at the bottom of the pan it was dark, but everywhere else it was like kind of bright red, like orangish, sort of. But yeah, we're gonna come up on a stop sign. Let's see if I'm still in 3rd gear or this is like the cleanest shifting it's ever done in its life. All right, ready? Okay, That was the smoothest shifts I've had in this truck ever. Oh my God. This is great. I mean, you can hear it when it shifts. But like, the first shift was super smooth. The second shift, I had to let off the gas a little bit. But still, that is way better than previous. Oh my God. That makes me feel good about this. All right, I'm gonna just hold you manually now. But that was the smoothest I have ever like felt and heard it shift. So that feels good. I asked my technician buddies like, yo, I have a truck, it's 190,000 miles. Should I, you know, do the transmission fluid? And they're like, hey, it's kind of dangerous, blah, 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 it could be worse. And I was low-key expecting it to, there was like a 30% chance in my mind it was not gonna work. But shit, it worked. So don't listen to the haters and change your freaking transmission fluid. Partially because, it could be because this is like a 3-gear automatic from 1990, so they're made tough. Modern cars with that high mileage, maybe not, but if you have an old project car, hit it, brother. That's what I did. It shifted perfectly. This is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna send this shit just to see what it's got, you know? We're gonna wait for this car to turn. Ready? 25 roll. $55. Oh shit. Oh, I thought that shit was a cop, bro. I thought I was fucked. Alright, so we hit 55. It shifted really nice. I like this. You still gotta let off around 25 and 45 for the torque shit to do its thing, but I like this. Alright, now I gotta say bye to Liberty. No more Liberty. Gotta go home now, bro. Till the next repair.